Hi beautiful people of the internet, and welcome back to another favorites video. Listen, since I did not do one for the month of September, I thought I might as well just combine the month of September and the month of October, if that's okay with you guys. If you're new to the channel and if you've never watched any of my favorites video, basically we're gonna talk about books, music, TV shows, clothing, a bunch of random stuff. Let's just start with the video, shall we? Per usual, I have the little handy dandy notebook because I tend to ramble. So, starting off with books. Unfortunately, I was in a little bit of a slump for the past like 3 months-ish, kind of. I haven't been reading any good books or what I like to call life-changing books. In the last 3 months, I've read 6 books. In a good month, I'll read like 3 books. I've read 1 book in September and 2 books in October. And I'm 2 books away from reaching my reading goal, guys. 2 books away. And I think, this is me reaching for the stars, obviously, I think I could aim for more. Anyways, my favorite book out of those 2 months where I read 3 books, you know, Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. This book was exactly what I needed to get out of a reading slump. Oh my god, I had been wanting to read this book for such a long time. I had been hearing people talk about this book for ages and I just never got around to reading it. And oh, I'm so glad I read it. This book is basically about Win and Bo, who have a one-night stand together, and then Win ends up getting pregnant. Mind you, they don't know each other, but then they decide to raise this kid together. And then obviously they fall in love. But what I liked most about this book was that these two... Wait, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, sorry, my bad. What I liked most about this book was that these two made sure they had some sort of friendship before they jumped into a relationship. Obviously, I feel like they were scared to jump into relationships, especially Win, but you can tell they had like a strong friendship in the relationship, which I think is a strong key in a relationship. I don't know, I love romance books where you know that they would work as friends too. In my opinion, you have to be friends first before you become lovers. Not in the terms of like, I don't know how to explain it, but you can tell that these two just had such a great friendship, companionship almost. I don't know. Their main goal was just raising this child no matter what, and that's what they wanted, and that was so beautiful to read about. Changed my life. Such a sweet, deep book. I love it, and I already ordered another Hannah Bonham Young book because I really loved her writing. I gave this book 5 stars. I can't stop thinking about it, and I finished it a couple days ago. I really recommend this book. It is not only my favorites of October and September, but of the year. That was it for books, guys. The reading slump only stopped towards the end of October. Moving on to series, guys, I haven't talked about this show on here, but I need to yap about it for like 5 minutes, okay? The Runarounds? Oh my god. If you haven't watched The Runarounds, there's a plane. I have like some things to do. Thank you. If you haven't watched The Runarounds, what are you doing? This is one of the best shows I've watched this year, and I'm not even kidding. If you don't know what The Runarounds are, they're basically... The easiest way I can explain this is Outer Banks meet Julie and the Phantoms. You know, it's a show about a band who has one summer to try and make it into the music industry. You know, I'm a sucker for a little show about a band, about music. This show has some sort of, I don't know, inspiring, nostalgic feel to it, and it's somewhat realistic. Obviously, like, you know, people rarely make it into the music industry in one summer, but I don't know, it kind of shows the ups and downs of trying to make it in the industry, and I really like that about it. And also, something that I really liked about it is that towards the end of the show, all characters become somewhat likable, except maybe the parents, but the kids specifically, all those characters become somewhat likable towards the end. Some characters at the beginning of the show, they were really pissing me off, and then towards the end of it, I started really liking them. So that was really cool. And also, the best part about this show is that they're a real band in real life, and they're out here touring the US. Now, I live in Europe, so I feel a little left out, but it's okay. You can't have it all, I guess. The next show I became obsessed with is a Portuguese telenovela. Listen, I'm not one to watch telenovelas. Yeah, it's just not really my thing. The last telenovela I think I watched was Violetta when I was a kid, and that was like my obsession. But this one has had me on a chokehold for weeks now, and it's called A Herança, and it's basically, A Herança translates to inheritance. Basically, this guy from a really rich family, the father of the really rich family, dies. He was killed, and all his kids inherit something, but then they find out that their father had another daughter with another woman, and that daughter specifically inherits a huge part of this big company that he owns, and that's where the drama starts basically. It's really dramatic, it's really funny at times. I've been loving it. I'm a little behind on season 2. There's so many episodes, like can we chill for a little bit? Anyhow, I will say it's one of the best telenovelas that has been made in Portugal in a while. Moving on to music, guys. Like I said, I became obsessed with the Runarounds. So I became obsessed with the entire Runaround soundtrack. Oh, but my favorites are Beautiful Stranger, Ghosts, Sophia, such a banger, Senior Year, 15 Root Beers, and as recently, Arrhythmia. I've had the entire soundtrack on loop since it came out, and I love it. And then my really close friend that I know really well, Corbin Besson, recently released a banger with Chewy from Twice, and it's called Blank. Guys, it's such a banger. I always knew Corbin's music was really good, but like Blank, I'm biased because Corbin was my favorite in My Don't We, but his music is probably my favorite besides Daniel. Like, I'm waiting for Corbin's vinyl. I'm waiting for Corbin to go on tour and release his album, because I bet his album's gonna be really, really good. It gives off like Justin Timberlake vibes, and I really like that. And I'm not even that into Justin Timberlake's music. But anyways, I'm really excited for Corbin's album. And then obviously I've had Men's Best Friend on loop. Like, House Tour has been my jam. And oh guys, the last little bit of the Short and Sweet tour is going on right now. I think she has like 5 nights at MSG. I've never felt that much FOMO in my life. It's a lie, but legitimately, I wish I was there. I went to the Short and Sweet tour so long ago that Men's Best Friend wasn't even a thing. Ugh, that's depressing. Anyhow, I mean, flip through my notes, sorry. Another album that's been on loop, it's Olivia Dean's new album. And the fact that she's opening for Sabrina Carpenter at the Short and Sweet tour right now is making me really mad, because that woman is so talented. You guys don't get it. My favorites off of the new album are Loud, I've Seen It, So Easy, and Baby Steps. I've been obsessed with Olivia Dean. And because of the Runarounds, I discovered another band called Axe and the Hatchet Man. I think that's how you say it. And it's basically Axel Ellis, I think that's how you say his name, from the Runarounds. He has another band besides the Runarounds, and it's called Axe and the Hatchet Man, and they dropped an album last week called So Much to Tell You, and oh my god, it is so good. I'm obsessed with it. It has been on loop since it came out. My favorites on that album are Lucy, Oasis, 7x9, Hotel Room, and Blurry Lights. So good. I really recommend their album. It's really good. It gives off like Almost Monday vibes, if you know the band Almost Monday. And speaking of albums that dropped last week, Demetria, Miss Demi Lovato, dropped her 9th studio album. 9 albums. That's insane. Her 9th studio album, It's Not That Deep. Plus, she announced a tour, and I need European tour dates ASAP, because I never got the chance to see them live. And stop, let me show you something. This was one of my projects I did in high school. I basically did a biography about Demi Lovato. If this doesn't tell you how obsessed I am with them, I don't know what will. This is so old that the last album that she had dropped was Tell Me You Love Me. I made this in 2018. We are in 2020. But anyhow, my favorites on the album so far are Hero Night, Kiss, Ghost, and Sorry to Myself. Oh, I can't clip. Problem for later. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared at first when Fast came out because that was not at all like anything they had ever come out with. And so I was like, I don't know where this album's gonna go, but I'm really, really enjoying the album. So I think you guys should listen to it. Moving on, I am a mess. My notes are all over the place. Moving on to clothes, which I don't normally talk about, but if I have pieces that I've been obsessively wearing, I'll usually put them in my favorites video. And the past 2 months, I've been wearing these 2 long sleeves. They're both striped long sleeves, funny enough. And they're just the cutest long sleeves ever. One of them is blue, my favorite color is blue, and the other is pink. And they're both just the cutest. The blue one is from About You, and the other one is from the brand called Next, I think. I'm not sure, but I'll put it on the screen. And they're the cutest little long sleeves. The blue one is definitely more on the baggier side, and the pink one is a little more, what's the opposite of baggy? I don't know. You guys get the idea. I've been wearing those on repeat. It's like I wear it, put it in the laundry, wash it, wear it again, you know? But at least I wash it, you know? But I've been obsessed with them and they're just so cute. And that's it. That's it for my September/October favorites. Wasn't much. It's probably shorter than the last couple of months. But yeah, I love doing these little favorites videos. November is probably gonna be the last monthly favorite of this year, because then in December I'm thinking of doing like a big 2025 favorites, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I have a lot of video ideas right now. Just need to actually turn these ideas into videos. But I'm open for suggestions. Let me know in the comments. This was it for my September and October favorites, and I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys got some recommendations out of this video, and I will see you very, very soon, hopefully.